Now with this we have covered all the details of the addition. Let's just look at their summary. The first and the most important rule, this is the method that we would be using all the time for doing the addition of integers, and this is the rule that you need to remember always. The rule is again very simple. If the two operands that we are adding together have the same sign, so on the top we have plus sign, at the bottom we have minus sign for both the operands, simply add the operands together. So we will get 7 in both the cases, and pick the sign of the operands and slap it or attach it to your answer. So in the first case it would be plus 7, in the second case it would be minus 7. If the two operands are of different sign, the bottom two cases, take the difference of the two operands, the two numbers, that is 1 in our example. The sign would come from the larger magnitude operand. So the larger magnitude operand provides the sign in both these cases. So very simple rule, remember this, and this is our preferred method. If no method is specified, this is the method we would be using for solving all the problems of addition of integers. If you are specifically asked to solve the integer problems on a number line, then this is what we have to remember. You start with the first operand. When you are adding numbers on the number line, you start with the first operand. You jump by the second operand, by the magnitude of the second operand. That is the number of jumps you will take. And the direction of the jump is given by the sign of the second operand. So the sign of the second operand is positive, you jump towards the right. If the second operand, the sign is negative, you jump towards the left. So all of these three cases will jump towards the left. And we have seen that these answers, how they come about. The last two and the final, and again very important properties for your Olympiad, mind you, are these two. If I add a positive integer, no matter whether my starting integer was negative or positive, if I am adding a positive integer, as in this case, as in the first case, only one case we have where we are adding the positive integer, the final answer, that is this one, is greater than the number that we started with. And that is to be expected, right? Because if I am adding positive integers, I am jumping towards the right, so my final answer would be definitely bigger than my starting answer, because towards the right the numbers would always increase, the integers would always increase. If I am adding a negative integer, which is the bottom three cases, these three cases, if I am adding negative integer, in each case my final answer would be less than the starting number. Why is that the case? Because we are adding negative integer, so we are jumping towards the left in each of these cases, and if we are jumping towards the left, my final answer would definitely be smaller. Towards the left, the numbers would, on the number line, the numbers would become smaller. So my final answer would definitely be smaller than the number I started with. So this is the number I started with. I am adding negative integers in all of these three cases, and all of these three cases, my final answer happens, or it just does not happen, but it is indeed smaller than the number I started with. This slide is the most important. This animation, this thing, these rules are the most important for addition, and you should remember all of these, very important. Now based on this, let's just solve some problems. The first two problems that we'll deal with are the problems of the number line. So they don't have to do anything specifically with the addition, but they are just understanding how the number line of the integers it really works. So the first problem says that let's find a number which is 5 more than minus 5. So we start with the number minus 5, and I have to do 5 more, which means that I have to add plus 5. To add plus 5, we know that we have to move or jump towards the right by magnitude, that is by 5, and when we do 5 jumps, we come to 0. So this answer comes out to be 0. In the second problem, we have to do 3 less than minus 2. So now I start with minus 2, so my minus 2 is right here, and I have to do 3 less. Less means left, L in both the cases. 3 less means minus 3, or you can simply remember that less has L and therefore we go left. Okay, so from minus 2 we go 3 left, 1, 2 and 3, and we come to minus 5. So the answer in this case would be minus 5. The answer in this case was 0. The next two sums are actually the problems of addition. The very first one we'll solve using the number line. Okay, so the next problem we are solving using the number line. So let's clear that up. So we start with -2 and we do jump of 8. So we'll start with -2 and we'll do jump of 8 in which direction? Because 8 is positive, we'll go towards the right and take 8 jumps. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we end up at 6. Now from 6, we have to again jump 4 by 4 in which direction? Because 4 is negative, we have -4 here. So we go left, so we go back. So we do 1, 2, 3 and then 4 and we end up at number 2. So the answer in this case is just 2. Very simple. Now we can solve the same problem by just using the properties, just by using the addition without using the number line itself. So how would we do that? Very simple. First I'll do -2 plus 8 and then plus -4. So first I do this addition. Okay, I can do addition, whichever addition I want first, because the addition happens to be associative. So I can associate this 8 with this plus or this plus. I just chose it with the first one because that is more natural. And then here, since the two operands are of different sign, we will just subtract those two operands and that would be my magnitude, and I pick up the sign of the larger number operand, which is plus, and then plus -4. Again the two operands are of different sign, so we'll just take their difference and we pick the sign from the +6, which gives me the answer of +2. Another way to do the same addition was to actually just combine these two negative terms directly. So simply I would just bring this positive term, this +8. There was only one term which was one number which was positive, that was +8. I just write it separately and then I add these two negative terms first. So I'll get 4 + 2, 6. And of course, because they were negative to begin with, they will remain negative. So I combine all the positive terms and I combine all the negative terms and then I add them together. But this addition, because it is happening between two numbers which are of different sign, we will first take their difference. So this will become 8 and -6. So this difference would be 2. And then we'll pick up the sign from the larger magnitude operand, which is 8 in this case. So sign would be +2. So in each of these cases, you can see my answer does not change, which it should not, because I have done correct addition here. So now the last and the final problem, and this problem of course cannot be solved on the number line. It would take us forever to construct a large number line. So we are going to solve it using the standard method that we have developed. Okay, so that is the method of the addition using the signs. Okay. And in this thing, we will use our technique of combining all the negative numbers together. So these three are the negative terms. So I'll write 37 as is and I'll combine all of these negative terms and I'll add them together. So of course the sign would remain negative because all of these terms are negative. So my sign would be negative and I'll add them together to get the magnitude of my answer. So if you add them together, the answer comes out to be 75. So now here I have one positive term and one negative term, and that is our standard method. That is the method we would be using. We'll combine all the negative terms and all the positive terms and then finally we'll add them together. So now in this case, the two terms are of different sign. The two operands are of different signs. So first we'll have to take their difference. The difference is 38 and then we'll pick up the sign from the larger magnitude term and this comes out to be minus. Again, these problems are very important. Addition of integers is very important. The problems are simple, they are scoring, and you should get a good grasp of this because they will be used throughout in your arithmetic, throughout in your algebra. These techniques we will be using again and again. So definitely practice. The links of how you will practice are given in the description below, and of course you can ask me any doubt that you have.